Rule 2, treat yourself like someone you're responsible for helping.
I'm like, ooh, I almost want to do that stuff. Slow motion this side. Ooh, dang. Like, like that hits, man. That hits hard, dude. And
it does.
You know, I think Jordan Peterson brings up, I mean, again, he goes through religion, you know, but he uses, again, basis from all religion. This particular rule talks about Adam and Eve.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he kind of brings light on that story, you know, and kind of like why people don't treat themselves like they should be treated. You know, I think he does a good job.
Yeah, he does. I don't personally buy into the religion, stuff like that, but I mean, I've heard this story countless times. I grew up in a Catholic household, and my brothers and sisters went to Catholic school. We had to go. I had to go to Sunday school until I got kicked out. So I heard this story many times, but the way he talked about it, I've never heard that perspective.
I mean, because we all know the story, right? Like, we all know the story. Like, Adam and Eve. Well, maybe we all don't know the story. I don't know. For those of you that don't know, Adam and Eve, basically, they lived in Eden, right? Which is this perfect paradise, this perfect place. And there are two individuals there, and they thrive and prosper in this area. And I guess the only rule that they had was to not eat of the forbidden fruit.
Right.
And that was the rule. And so through the story, right, the serpent comes along, right? It's in essence supposed to be Satan or whatever the case might be. And the serpent talks to Eve and convinces Eve to pick the fruit and so on and so forth and eat it, right? Yep. And then from there, Eve brings it over to Adam, right? And then from there, she convinces Adam to eat it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, that's the story. But I think most people don't realize like what happens after that point, right? Like, most people, that's where the story ends, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? And like, you know, after they eat the fruit, right, they have this knowledge, right? I guess the way Peterson makes it is they are now self-aware.
Yep.
You know,
in a slang term, they're woke now.
Yeah. Right. But you know what I mean? Like, they now are aware of things that they weren't aware of before. And this kind of like, now they want to wear clothes. They notice that they're naked.
Right.
And they want to go on and put clothes and stuff like that. And it's like, before that time, it was nothing. They were just out there, paradise, living.
There was no self-consciousness. It was just like, oh, I'm naked, cool, whatever.
Right. And then, you know, so from there, God comes out and he calls to Adam, right? I think he calls to Adam.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, Adam, are you there? And then, like, Adam's like hiding. You know what I mean? And God's like, well, why are you hiding now?
What's up, bud?
Yeah, he's like, did you eat something you weren't supposed to eat? Like, you know what I mean? It's almost like the story was set up. Like,
yeah, right.
It was gonna happen. That was kind of crazy.
It's like when your kid does something wrong, you're like calling them, they're like, what's with that look on your face? You start looking around like, what's wrong?
You know, but you know, and I think that's kind of like a good story as to why people don't want to take their pills, why they don't want to go and exercise. It's like, you know, they all of a sudden look inward, become conscious of themselves, and then for some reason feel that they're not worthy of being treated well. And like, as like the way he writes it in his story, I mean, I'm not even doing it justice. I don't think I can with that. Like, I'm doing the best that I can. I didn't write the book, but like he uses that story in such a profound way that it's like, wow, I never realized that that's the reason that I don't take my pills. I never realized that that's the reason why I don't exercise every day or why I don't eat right, is because truly that's it. I feel that I'm not worthy of something that's better. I was like, yeah, that's like, it takes it home, man. That's just.
And that's the thing. It's like, to be self-aware, it's like, that's hard. You got to look inward. And it's gonna suck. It's like, shit, I shouldn't have messed with that snake. I shouldn't have ate that.
Yeah, but then like even that, right? Like he talks about like when, you know, when God calls him out on it, Adam's like, no, it was the snake. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like, and it was her.
Yep.
It was her. She brought the fruit to me. You know what I mean? And then it's like, and now it's your fault, God. Like, you put it here for me to eat. Like,
you made the tree, you put us here, you made the snake. It's all your fault, bud.
You know what I mean? And like, I was like, dang, like that's just kind of like a creative way to like, that's people out there blaming other things for what's happening in their life. Like,
Yep.
I was like, dude, it's just like,
yes.
Like,
But that's the lesson. Like, we need to stop blaming things that are A, outside of our control, and then B, stop blaming everybody and everything for your problems, your situation, your choices.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, we talked a lot about that on, again, episode 13, but
yeah,
I just, for me, that kind of comes back to what this is. So like, obviously treat yourself like somebody responsible for helping, but like, you know, that comes into a part. You got to do the right things. But for me, one of the key points of this is the mindset behind it. You know what I mean? Like, you have to look inward. You have to know what it is you're worth. You know, you have to, you know, figure out what it is I deserve in this life. You know, what am I doing that's going to help me get that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I've had this conversation with some clients and potential clients before. Understand, everybody that's listening and watching out there, you are worthy.
Yeah.
No matter what has happened up to this point in your life, you are worthy of everything you want, and then everything that's out there for you to get.
And for some of you that got to look inward and take that hard lesson, you know, I'm not trying to strike nerves or lose popularity, but sometimes you got to think, maybe the actions and things that you're doing in your life is the reason why you're getting what you kind of deserve.
And that's the thing. When you stop blaming others and you start looking inward, you can start to see, like, I am the constant denominator in all these situations. You know, you move to a new town, a new job, a new thing. It's like, and you find those same problems again. Who's the person that's always in that situation? You're the common person here, bud. No matter what town you go to, no matter what job you go to.
Right. But I mean, that's, to me, I think this rule is more just about yourself.
Yes.
Find pride in yourself, right? And find things that, you know, will help you on that journey. Like, you have pride in yourself, you're going to start taking care of yourself. You treat yourself like you deserve better, you know, and you will deserve better.
You'll get better.
You know, I get it, but, you know, just stay on track with that. You are worthy. Get that in your mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good, man. I'm good with that, dude.
That's a good rule, man. That's a tough rule.
That is, dude. And, you know, and again, treating yourself, like, you can even go back to the first rule.
Boom.
Like,
stand up straight.
You can treat yourself like somebody responsible for helping. You know what I mean? Like, where are you on that social hierarchy?
Yeah. What kind of lobster are you?
Where do you fit in? You know, what things in your past have you done that are making you feel the way you do about yourself? You know, get in there.
Stand up straight, get the serotonin level up. Be a better lobster. Don't eat that forbidden fruit. Look within yourself. Start moving forward.